The only reason I'm making this video is because of the fact I thought this was hilarious. So I want to talk about it. Because this is coming in here from Bleacher Report. And you already know Bleacher Report is like the most clueless, craziest, most illogical company on earth, okay? They say some of the stupidest stuff. So I thought this was pretty damn funny. So they talked about the biggest problem, so that's the biggest area of problem for the Bengals for this upcoming season. And they gave us a backhanded compliment saying that we're going to light it up. Joe's going to light it up down the field with throwing the football, right? We're going to be able to shred defenses with T and with Chase. But what happens when they put a defender in coverage? And then Chase, gets covered and T gets covered. And if the magic beans from, what's that old, story, Jack and the Beanstalk with the magic beans? If the magic beans happen, then crazy things will happen. Yeah. So what they're saying here, and just a little quick glimpse, is they're saying that we won't have a run game. That's their biggest problem for this upcoming season. They say we won't be able to run the football. And defenders are just going to go and cover our receivers, which, one thing, easier said than done. But second thing, they're just going to shut us down by covering our receivers and making us pass the ball against them. Oh, does Zach Moss / Chase Brown hate this early this offseason? Yeah. So it said right here, drop an extra defender in coverage and dare Cincinnati to run the ball against lighter boxes to slow down its aerial attack. And here's the thing I find funny by this whole situation, right? Is they're not trashing offensive line and saying offensive line is going to be able to run block or be able to protect Joe. They're actually saying the opposite. Saying offensive line can protect Joe for him to throw the ball. And they're not saying that our offensive line can't run block. They're saying we don't have the running backs to actually run the football with. Losing Joe Mixon sucks, okay? It really does suck. But we're moving in a new direction. And if you think that Zach Moss can't run the football, that's actually what he's good at. Last year with Jonathan Taylor not on their offense, literally, Zach Moss was a pure demon in the backfield of running that football. He's amazing at running the football. If he was known for being just a pass catcher, J.D. McKissick is a good example of that. If this was J.D. McKissick, I would say, okay, I get what you're saying. He's not really known for running the football. He's more known as a pass catcher. So we might struggle in the run game because we don't really have a pure runner. That's exactly what Zach Moss is. He's a pass blocker and he's a runner. Can he also go ahead and, catch the football? Yeah, he can. But he's not known for that. So this, again, Bleacher Report, really doing a great job here. Makes no sense at all. Because we got ourselves a pure runner. If anything, we went from a receiving back in Joe Mixon. He's a pure runner and a receiving back. To mainly just a running back. Mainly just a running back. And then again, Chase Brown's going to have a really good second year. While Chase Brown is more of a receiving back than, Zach Moss is, Chase Brown's also very explosive. And anytime he gets that football, he can bust away a 60, 70-yard run. I am not worried about our running backs by any stretch of the imagination. Not even a chance in heck. I love our running backs. Could we pick up another running back? Absolutely. But at the same time, I know they want to keep Travion Williams because he's great on special teams. He's also our kick returner, ironically enough. And I know Chris Evans, he's age old. They love Chris Evans. I know why they love him, but I'm saying that's a guy we could replace. And, once June 1st hits and free agency, a second wave free agency hits, maybe you pick up another running back, a veteran running back, right? But I don't think we really need to. I really like the options we have right now. And I think, if anything, they're not going to be able to shut down our run. And I think our pass game is going to be so effective because the fact that no one's going to be able to shut down our run. I'm not worried about our rushing attack at all. The only thing I'm worried about going into this upcoming season is how the offensive line fares with being Trent Brown now at right tackle, Mims as backup, and Cordell Volson. Really, I'm not worried at all about Trent Brown. I'm more worried about Cordell Volson, how he develops. That's my biggest concern going into this year. Everything else, not really. I love our secondary. I love our defensive line. I love our receiving core. I love our running back core. There's really no point to this. Is a nothing burger. Again, like I said, the only reason I made a video is because I love trashing Bleacher Report, because it doesn't make sense to me how much they love to trash us. Like, why? What do we do to you, Bleacher Report? I don't know. Maybe they just love to jump on the trends. But with that being said, I think our running back situation will be fine. Could we pick up another running back in free agency? Yeah. Do we have to? I don't really think we need to. I think we have the guys on the roster who can get the job done. What really comes down to is Cordell Volson and his blocking ability and him progressing and staying healthy. Healthy is really, honestly, the number one problem this upcoming season is going to be staying healthy the whole season. That's going to be the biggest thing. And I'm not talking about Joe. I'm talking about everybody, okay? I know Joe, yeah, he's had injuries in his past twice. Again, still find it hilarious how people overdo it with his injuries. 1 year, he had the worst offensive line in football. Second year, he had an injury that no quarterback has ever had. Usually, offensive lineman has it because a 300-pound guy fell on him. Okay, right? Okay. Nonetheless, though, everyone else staying healthy is what I really care about. That's really the big thing in this year. Running back core, I'm not scared about it at all. I am very confident that we're going to be successful with our running backs. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.